Welcome back everyone. During the past couple of years, the Oklahoma City Thunder have really only been known for one thing: draft picks. Following the departure of Kevin Durant now over 5 years ago, along with them trading Russell Westbrook and Paul George not long after that, they've managed to accumulate a ton of draft picks. Between now and 2029, the Thunder have 29 total draft picks, and for a comparison, that is 16 more than the Lakers have during that same time frame. I think it's safe to say that they've done well in gaining draft capital. The only question is, how much longer do they want to go down that route? It appeared that they finally took their first step in being competitive again by committing long-term money to a player, with that being Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He became the first of their young core to be extended, and the only guy on their team with a salary of over $20 million per year. And they then followed that up by re-signing Lou Dort to a long-term deal as well. Not nearly to as much money, but it did signal their commitment to winning moving forward. And then finally, they drafted Chet Holmgren, their first top 5 draft pick since they took James Harden back in 2009. Not only that though, but they finally drafted a position of need. The Thunder were in desperate need of more center depth last season. Now, they obviously did not care since they were trying to tank anyways, but drafting Holmgren showed that they were intent on fixing that, and it was a nice compliment to the money they committed to Dort and Alexander. It really appeared that they would try and compete this season. Not that they would be a playoff contender quite yet, but they would finally be a competitive team again. Unfortunately for them though, their plans have been put on hold following an injury to Chet Holmgren, and one that may take years to fully recover from. We know how debilitating foot injuries can be for big men in the NBA. We've seen it happen multiple times before with guys like Yao Ming, Bill Walton, and many more before Chet Holmgren. And although a lot of those were obviously a long time ago, and technology, along with recovery, has gotten much better since then, foot injuries continue to plague bigger players. And it's fair to wonder how that will affect the Thunder's future outlook. Do they even try to be competitive without Holmgren, or do they simply go back to tanking for another high draft pick? I mean, it would be hard to pass up an opportunity to draft Victor Wembanyama, who is looking every bit like the generational talent people were making him out to be. And they will not be alone if they try to get him either. They would be joined by teams like the Utah Jazz, San Antonio Spurs, and many more hoping to get the number 1 draft pick. If they do go down that route though, will Shai Gilgeous-Alexander want to be a part of it? He is now beginning to enter his prime, and I find it hard to believe that he'll want to continue losing. Not only that though, but with the Thunder's plan to return to relevancy likely taking a bit longer by doing that, he might not even fit their timeline. Now, that might sound a bit crazy when talking about a 24-year-old, but then again, it might take another 3 to even 5 years for the Thunder to get back on top, and if they end up with the number 2 pick over the number 1 pick, they might end up drafting a point guard like Scoot Henderson. Although, all of that could be worth it for even a chance at getting Victor Wembanyama, who will almost certainly be going number 1 overall. I mean, it would require them to tank for yet another year, but the reward could be too good to pass up here. They already have one 7-foot unicorn, but what if they got one more? They would immediately have the most unique and versatile front court in the entire league. They would have 2 7-foot players who can dribble, shoot from 3, protect the rim, and pretty much do everything you'd want them to do. We have never seen anything quite like that in the NBA, and although there's no guarantee that either of them will pan out, I imagine the Thunder would be willing to take that risk. With that being said though, there are a lot of ifs here. It will only work if they win the draft lottery, if Holmgren and Wembanyama can stay healthy, and if they are able to develop them and really their entire team as well. And again, going down that road could lose them Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I know he mentioned that he knew what he signed up for when he re-signed with them, but going through another year of tanking could change that. And if they do indeed go down that route, it will either end greatly or potentially end in utter disappointment. In my opinion, they are really a ticking time bomb, both in regard to being close to building an extremely talented and unique team, but also with them having a chance at imploding. What do you guys think though? Do you believe the Thunder should go all in for Victor Wembanyama, or do you think they should try and build a winning culture? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.